Welcome to your most educative, entertaining, and enlightening program. It is indeed a good day for a healthy living.
By the grace of God, with God's blessings, I'm able to wake up renewed, refreshed, and able to go on and on again. To keep watching healthy living.
Have no enemies that will keep you worried all the time.
You can live healthy with the food that you eat.
This is Healthy Living. Permit me to warmly welcome you to this special series of Healthy Living. We will be educating and enlightening you on how we have been blessed by nature with plants and herbs suitable for foods and medicines for our daily healthy living and total well-being. We will further educate you on how you can transform your health with some of these natural plants, medicinal plants, and healing herbs like the bitter kola, scent leaf, coconut, mango leaf, tiger nut, ginger, turmeric, mushroom, lemon, lime, etc. and they are powerful remedies. You can't afford to miss this series because we will enlighten you on how you can use these simple natural plants and herbs to treat and manage even reverse health challenges like anxiety, depression, chronic pain, heart disease, hormone imbalances, fatigue, addictions, infertility, autoimmune conditions, sleep-related conditions, memory loss, obesity, and so much more. In order to have a professional confirm the efficacies of these natural plants and herbs, we tracked an expert, a renowned scientist, a professor of pharmacology, who has contributed immensely to the country's human and biological resources, including traditional medicines. He and his group of renowned scientists has researched, processed, and packaged some of these natural plants and herbs into medicines, health foods, smart foods, and teas, so you can have express access to these powerful gifts of nature and their natural remedies for your healthy living, well-being, and longevity. Welcome to your most educative, entertaining, enlightening, and engaging program on air right now. This is Healthy Living with Nelly Frank. Today, we're discussing metabolic syndrome and the health benefits of scent leaf. Metabolic syndrome. It is a cluster of conditions that increase the risk of heart diseases, stroke, and diabetes. Metabolic syndrome includes high blood pressure, high blood sugar, excess body fat around the waist, and abnormal cholesterol levels. The syndrome increases a person's risk of heart attack and stroke. Wow! You didn't know all this? Well, now you know. Now, let's educate you on the health benefits of scent leaf. Scent leaf is an African leaf that is native to some parts of Africa and Asia. Due to its powers to cure illness, it is usually referred to as the fever leaf. Fact you must know about the scent leaf. Do you know that scent leaf is known for its strong aromatic herbal benefits to the body? Do you know that scent leaf can be boiled, blended, and cooked as vegetable stew or as a spice? Do you also know that it contains vital substances that are great to our body, like vitamin A, carbon, iron, and calcium? Oh wow, you didn't know all this? Well, now you know. It's been very educative and entertaining. All right, we will now take the health benefits and the nutritional values of the scent leaf. It fights bad breath. Research has it that chewing the stem of the scent leaf fights bad breath, kills bacteria in the mouth, and eliminates bad breath. It prevents malaria fever. As it is fondly called fever leaf, it is a potential treatment for malaria in Nigeria, especially when people mixed it with bitter leaf. You can boil or squeeze it and drink it in order to prevent sickness. It has been proven that people who take this often as a drink do not get sick easily. It stops stomach ache. Scent leaf is a herbal plant that calms the boils and excess stomach aches, stops dysentery, cholera, diarrhea, and other stomach discomforts. It lowers blood sugar level. A lot of medical benefits can be found in scent leaves. It contains calcium and magnesium, which help to reduce the blood sugar level. It cures cold and catarrh. Scent leaf is a very medicinal plant for cold and catarrh and clears nasal congestion easily. Red alert! Remember to always consult with an expert before you take any supplements. Welcome back. That was so enlightening and educative. Now, let's quickly meet with our expert for today. He will educate us more about scent leaf and also tell us what he and other group of renowned scientists has packaged for us to help us on our daily healthy living. Let's meet him.
And if you have a situation like what happened with lupus, you then have these multiple attacks and so on. But it's not only in such serious conditions that you have this kind of situation where the body attacks them. You also have a situation where the lifestyle can become a detriment to this. I gave you an example of when we wake up in the morning, we sit down, we have breakfast, we now stretch ourselves a little bit to go have our bath or whatever, which other way we like. Then we then have a situation then where we now enter the car, go to the office. It will take us only like 2 minutes to walk from the car to the office, and then we sit down all day. Then we come back. What that does to the body is incalculable in terms of harm, because the body metabolism is used to remember where we are coming from, where people have to live, they are living by hard work and farming and all that, but no longer doing all that. Yet you are even taking more nutrients. So what then it does to the body that it messes up the metabolic system. We now have a situation we call metabolic syndrome, meaning that something is wrong. It can start from one side of the body to the other. The earliest side is weight gain, because you have a situation where you accumulate a lot of nutrients without work. So those nutrients will now form themselves into fat depots, and then you now have people gaining weight. And when they gain weight, then the body system now gets into overdrive. Then the first thing that the body cannot be able to utilize the number of glucose that it actually produces, either excess of sugar or inability to even utilize the sugar, or inability for the system to generate enough insulin to be able to catalyze the sugar, or that the carbohydrate becomes insulin resistant, that the insulin no longer works on it, or the pancreatic system packs up. So many things can happen. This is the second stage. But what they normally go together, this obesity, diabetes, is that the blood pressure also rises. With blood pressure rising, the cardiac issues that come with it will now follow. So you don't have this thing that you cannot invite one without the other. So, but remember, it started from very poor lifestyle. So that lifestyle change happens. So then you now have what we call metabolic syndrome. Then what do you do? That is their big problem. that if you now start treating the high blood pressure, you can reduce the blood pressure, no doubt, and it's for life. You can reduce the blood sugar, no doubt, it's for life. But the critical and more clever thing to do is that while using modern medicine to lower those two parameters, that's for you to go to the root of the problem. Exercise and take things that can be able to modify your metabolic status. And this is where, again, this product that we're talking about come in. That's where, again, things like bitter leaf come in, things like osimum, that's scent leaf come in, things like bitter cola, particularly bitter cola comes in, so that you now be able to modify your lifestyle, and then the metabolic syndrome takes it. Then you ask yourself, how does cola viron, that's the active compound in bitter cola, how does it do that? Very easy. What it does is it works on the cellular level by adjusting the metastasis of the cells and the tissues. Then it will be able to help you be able to adjust better. So that some of the damages that are fundamental, what we call mitochondrial damage that you have done to yourself, these agents will be able to attenuate it and be able to respond to it and be able to help you reset as if we are at the bottom. And that's actually what the Garcinia cola, we call it in botanical name, does. So those are the kind of things that we are trying to promote, that people should live a better lifestyle, exercise more, and when they are not, regardless of the medication they are taking, should also take those metabolic syndrome issues. And I gave 2 examples, the bitter leaf, bitter cola, and VCO. So those helps you to be able to do so. We also have looked at long term the immunogenic aspect of it, and that's why we now have products that we now made into normal everyday product like tea and coffee that we know people take. So we now added a mushroom in those two. We now have Ganadoma mushroom tea, green tea, and Ganadoma coffee. It's interesting that I just did a book with some Chinese on tea as a food ingredient. When you deliberately use tea as food ingredient, not just having it as something by something you take as a casual drink, but deliberately using it. It also follows that you can then take tea itself as a medicine. I use my green tea in the morning. They brew the green tea and they leave it almost all day. It's when I come back from work. The idea here that you're allowing it to ferment a little bit, so that the compound in it, there's a compound called theophylline that is in it that we will now convert into some diamonds. It has a more different activity than the other. So we now have this Ganadoma. Ganadoma is when you look at a palm tree, there is this fungus that grows on it, mushroom that grows on the palm tree. So that's what the Ganadoma is. So the red variety, which is very, very useful, we have made it into a medicine, and we combine it with tea or coffee, and we have products like that where tea or coffee is used in that direction. And so these things help you to be able to moderate your metabolism so that you don't go overwork, which is based, as I say, on a very unhealthy lifestyle. And that is what is happening.
All right. And some of your products include Immunovite?
Yes, Immunovite, yes.
Okay. And
Aerovite.
on Aerovite. Okay.
Yeah, Immunovite is a product, again, based on Ganadoma. We combined Ganadoma with the Japanese ginseng, and we then have a pomegranate in it. The Japanese ginseng is a product we couldn't replicate locally here, so we have to get there to tell you that we are looking for the best, regardless of where it comes from. Then we now have them in 3 of them in one product called Immunovite. During the COVID era too, it was very helpful because it helps all people to strengthen, stimulate their immune system, and it helps a lot. So that we found that the people who are suffering from different types of cancer, regardless of the type, use the Immunovite to be able to help the immunotherapy to sustain the treatment modalities that are happening. It really helped a whole lot. The Aerovite is a totally different kettle of fish. Okay. It's based on a mushroom we call cordyceps. Cordyceps purpurea is a mushroom that grows on the head of the caterpillar. So it's very peculiar. So it's before and it actually kills the caterpillar and lives in it. So we were able to. It was not done by us first of all. It was the Chinese that started it. So they harvested it, but now it can be grown in the laboratory. But it's not the same thing as the one grown in the wild. So what it does, it helps in what we call regenerative medicine. It helps the cells, the tissues to regenerate. So it's something that anybody who does it, if you take it for 2 months, you will see the difference in you, because it's a regenerative medicine. If people are having diseases, particularly metabolic diseases, if they are having diseases that they believe is based on hormone problems, it becomes very handy that it can then be used as such. So what we now did again was to have that cordyceps mushroom put together with the same Japanese ginseng, and then pomegranate, which is an anti-inflammatory, antioxidant agent. It works beautifully that people take them twice a day and so on. It helps, particularly, as I said, if you're having metabolic syndrome, but people who are having hormonal issues to do. And it is amazing how many things that are diseases that we have that are based on endocrine system that you don't know. You just think that you are going to die, but it's just fixing that hormonal imbalance, and then it happens. Particularly people in 2 different dimensions: the very young and then the very old.
Thank you so much, Aerovite IHP.
Aerovite IHP is an anti-aging formula designed to allow for a graceful aging experience. Aerovite IHP.
Made by nature, packaged by Interset Health Products.
Oh, wow. So educative and so enlightening. It's always a pleasure to have you on this program, Professor Maurice Iwo. Thanks one more time. Let's take a look at our health word on marble. Welcome back. Now that we have educated you and enlightened you on how you can stay healthy on a daily basis, we believe that you will make the most of this information at your fingertips. The Interseeds dietary and supplement products, as discussed on the program, is available via the link displayed on your screen. You can call the number as well. Remember to like our page, watch our programs on YouTube, subscribe, and follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on the screen. For questions concerning health, other inquiries, partnership, sponsorship, and participation on the program, please WhatsApp or SMS us on the number displayed on your screen. And we will see you soonest. For today, it is a wrap. Bye. I am Nelly Frank.